Okay, 5th grade, today we are going to start lesson 9-6 called Finding Common Denominators, found on page 232 and 233 in your textbook. Okay, we are going to start here. Go ahead and let's get our objective in our spirals. And the objective for today is I can replace a given fraction with an equivalent fraction in such a way as to produce fractions with like denominators. Okay, so the question we are posed today then is how can you find a common denominator for fractions with unlike denominators, meaning your bottom number will not be the same. Okay, so before we get into the textbook, go ahead and copy down our definition here for a common denominator, and that is those are fractions that have the same denominator. Okay, get those first notes in there, and then we're going to start in the textbook. Top of page 232. Again, the question asks us, how can you find a common denominator for fractions with unlike denominators? So it says Tyrone divided a rectangle into thirds. Sally divided a rectangle of the same size into fourths. How could you divide a rectangle of the same size so that you could see both thirds and fourths? So they showed you the picture there at the top. Now go to the top of page 233. It says the rectangle below was divided into thirds and fourths. So they took both numbers together and you will see that they got what number? Twelfths. Good. It says the rectangle is divided into 12 parts. Each part is 1/12. Go over to follow the arrow now. It says the fractions 1/3 and 1/4 can be renamed. So they show you that 1/3 there is going to equal 4/12, and 1/4 is going to equal 3/12. Okay, so then there's where you come in with your definition. Fractions that have the same denominator, such as 4/12 and 3/12, are said to have a common denominator. Okay, so that's your first example. Go to page 232 and see another example where it says how can you use multiples to find a common denominator. Okay, so before we do that, 5th grade, I think I forgot to go through here. Here's the example for the top of page 233. Sorry about that. Just again to re-explain how they got the 12ths. 1/3 to equal something out of 12. This is your equivalent fractions. How did we go from 3 to 12? What did we multiply by? 4. Okay, Ms. Bennett, pause it. Pause it.